Imagine an asteroid 25 miles across, hurtling toward the Earth at 10 miles per second, targeted directly on Ralph von Fries's own lab in Ohio State University. As it hits the Earth's stratosphere, all over North America, the most astonishing light show ever seen erupts in the skies. Just over 3 seconds later, the meteor strikes. The entire city of Columbus is instantly vaporized. The meteor is so large that its far side still touches the stratosphere as its near side explodes, melting more than 20,000 cubic miles of the Earth's crust and mantle and everything on top of it in a 200-mile diameter. The state of Ohio and its 11.5 million inhabitants cease to exist in the blink of an eye. 30 seconds later, a radioactive fireball reaches Lee Kump at Penn State University, 320 miles away. In Sudbury, Canada, 462 miles away from impact, Bob Pareda may just survive the third-degree burns and radiation exposure of the fire blast, but not the 72 feet of debris that will entomb him 7 minutes later. Already, over 100 million people in the northeastern U.S. are dead. Yet this terrible apocalypse is still in its infancy. Over 1,300 miles away in New Mexico, Mark Boslow sees the fire blast as it races toward him. Even from this distance, it still has the power to scar exposed flesh and ignite trees. 7 minutes later, the most powerful earthquake in recorded history hits Albuquerque. It registers 11 on the Richter scale and completely levels every city within 360 miles. But it won't be the earthquake that levels the Santa Barbara University campus of Luann Becker. 2,000 miles away from the impact, she is shielded from the fireball by the curvature of the Earth. But with the extreme communications breakdown, it's likely that no one realizes the west coast of the U.S. is about to be hit by an air blast. Starting at 7,500 miles an hour, the blast is still traveling at 500 miles per hour, nearly 3 times faster than the strongest hurricane winds ever recorded, and powerful enough to shatter glass and topple buildings. In the space of a few hours, the North American continent is devastated. No one can predict how many have already died or are dying. And once the seismic waves converge on the antipodal side of the Earth, an hour and a half after impact, a second devastation begins. Devastation that may last tens of thousands of years and poison the planet in a second great dying. Eventually, as much as 99.9% of the global population could die. And for all our achievements in technology, humanity's chances of survival would be low to non-existent. Fortunately for us, such an event occurs less than once every 100 million years. But if it were to happen, might we, like the dinosaurs before us, vanish forever from the face of the Earth?